Topic is network automation. What is network automation? Network automation. Automation means automatic. So network automation is the process to automating configuration, managing, testing, deployment, either physically, virtually in the network. So network automation means to automate everything related to the network. The thing which we do manually to configure switches, firewall, router, systems, everything, operating system, upgrade, downgrade, installation, everything. Is it possible to do all these things automatically? Yes, and this concept is called network automation. So there will be no human error and no expensive administrator and network engineer and CCIE certified people. You don't need those guys. Just need a script and you can do everything automatically. So day-to-day tasks can be also done with network automation. Configuration, bandwidth, utilization, everything can be done with network automation. Configuration. So this is called network automation. Now there are many languages available for network automation. But in your course, because this is not a network automation course, in your course they just mention what is Python. One of the language, which is the old language, this created by this guy, Rosam, in 1991. And it was in those days we were using that language, but after that many languages been introduced like PHP, ASP.NET, Java, C, C++, so many languages were introduced. So nobody were care about Python. Totally forgot language. But suddenly look at after 20 years, this Python language become one of the best language to use for network automation. There is one more best than this one. This is on the second position, Python. But anyway, it's also good one to configure and widely used to perform network automation. This language which created in 1991, because it's so simple, just like a plain English. Whatever you are writing is like a plain language when you writing this language. Python has two versions. If I can show you, Python has basically version 2 and version 3. These are the two main release of Python language. Now there is 3, and if we go to old one, there is 2. And there is a huge difference between both Python 2 and 3. Sentence is totally different. I will share a few links if you want to learn Python. It's so easy and it's very easy, and I have a slide and many material as well if you are interested. And you have to learn, by the way, this one. You can take a small course from someone who is the best to take and understand this Python language. Very important in future. At least you have to know as a network and security engineer. Don't worry about that. In the future, they will give you a script to run it. As a security engineer, you have to run them. So if you know the script, how it is working, so it will be best. But if you are not interested in languages, so it's okay. Just like me, like, in my master and bachelor degree, Java, C, C++, all those languages, I hate those languages. So there are two versions of Python. You can use them. And this language is used to configure and manage, monitor whatever you want to do to achieve through network automation. You can use this language. Just like other language, they have a string. String is nothing, just in double quote like a characters, alphanumerical character. It can be a letter, it can be digit. But if you write them in single quote and double quotes, it becomes string, like a name and those things. This is called string in this language. If I have a Python Yeah, I have. Okay, it's better to open and show you. Okay, you can download from there and you can install easily in your system, and also you can install in GNS3 as well, and you can use in what is called Eve as well. So this is called a string. When you write something in double quote or single quote comments, if you say that the language whatever you write and comment, so it will be ignored by the program. So this is called comments. So comments can be done by this pound sign or hash sign, whatever you call it. Okay, so let me show you string. So if I say print, and I can do single quote or double quote. Suppose if I say hello and enter, so this hello, this is by the way, this is called string. Then a variable which keeping data, and it's vary, so we call them variable. You may study this in other languages like Java, C, C++, and all those language, PHP, ASP, they all have the same concept of variable. So variable which keep your data for a while. So suppose I have a variable, suppose it's by me 7. So if I want to call them, so I will print means to print on the screen, and if I say x, so it will print that value, because x keeping that value. This is called variable. Okay, and it can be a digits, and it can be a string. Okay, keep in mind string can be, suppose if I say x equal to double quote, it can be 1 2 3. So this is not digits, this is string, and if I print them, so it will print as a it's not like a number, it's basically string. Data type, they have many data type like a string, integer, floating, when there is dots, complex, and less, tuple, range. I don't want to go in detail, but they have many data type to use them. Boolean, 0 and 1. Okay, they can use them like that as well. Like this example is good one. Suppose if I put x8, and if I want to print type, which type of x keeping the record. So if I print, so I say it's an integer because it's a regular value. But if I say x and double quote same 8, and if I say print, and if I say tell me the type of x, it will say string. Look at it, say str means string, because I put 8 in double quote or single quote, then it's become string. But if you remove the single and double quote, it's become integer. If there is, and another one is like suppose 8.8, this is called floating. So if I say print, and if I say type of x, I written wrongly, sorry, print and type and x and double quote close, this float. So float means if there is dot involved, we call them a floating value, and so many other type they have, boolean, 0 or 1 something. So print function, this is a function to print everything on the screen which we are using now. They have numerical like integer, float, I already told you about this one. So this was just a small basic. I will share you how to learn Python in detail. It's a very simple language. There is 2-3 tutorial, very good one, very good website. You will learn many things from there. Now coming to the lab, so that we can use Python and do some automation. Okay, so let me go to take some switches. Maybe for test purpose we will take few switch, 2 is enough. We just want to test them. And let me take a cloud so that I can connect outside to my net. Okay, and let me take, there is in Docker with network automation. You can download, just click next and type here network automation. Network automation here, this Docker, just next and install. So easy. So they already have a network automation, so I will use that one, which is predefined Python and everything is there automatically. But if you want to use your own, then you can use Ubuntu as well. This Ubuntu Docker. You can also download this one. Next. So I choose one Ubuntu and other one is the built-in one. So I can show you in both. So let me connect to the switch, and this switch is connected to this switch, and this switch is connected to cloud. Okay, our net cloud. It's better to make them something which is okay like this. Okay, and let me on these devices. Network automation will come a bit later because in this PC I don't know, for some reason they take time. Okay, and before starting this one I need to stop, and I will right click, go to edit configuration. Okay, and I would say that take IP automatically through DHCP. Okay, because it's connected to net cloud, so it will take that range. Okay, now this one is available, network automation. So let me connect network automation as well. So all these things are interconnected all, and right click on here, edit configuration, and remove hash, and this hash, this like a comments. Okay, so these PC will take IP automatically from net cloud, and switches I will assign the IP. So let me go to the switch and assign the IP. Okay, my range is 114. Okay, from net cloud, so I know my range, and your it can be different. Okay, so let me go to switch and change the assign the IP. By the way, let me on all, because we will assign IP. Okay, so this one already get the IP because we said take from DHCP. So IP address is Ubuntu. So Ubuntu has this IP. Done. Okay, and now let's go to network automation. So network automation take 153. This is my range from net cloud. Here is a DHCP. You already know this one, yeah. So here is 153. So why not assign 150 and 151 to this one? So let me go to S1, because they cannot take IP automatically, so I need to do it myself. Interface VLAN1 IP address, and let me paste this one, 151 255.255.0, no shutdown. So I assign IP 151 to this switch. We just need one switch, by the way, just to make them complicated. And go to switch 2, and let me assign configure interface VLAN1 IP address 152. Okay, 152 is already there. 150 255.255.255.0, no shutdown. Okay, done. So let me copy and paste this one so that at least we know the IPs. Here is 150. So these are my IP addresses of all 4 systems. If you want to use sorry, it's already run Ubuntu. So Ubuntu Python is not installed by default. So you have 2 options. Either directly use network automation. If you want to use Ubuntu, then first you have to type fget update. First you need to update it. Sorry. First you need to update this Ubuntu from internet because it's connected to internet. Then we will install Python in this one. But in network automation, this Docker they already have. If I write Python dash version, so Python is also enough. So they have already Python installed 2.7 by default. So I don't need to install here. They already have a Python. But in Ubuntu they don't have. That's why I first need to type this command apt-get update, that update this application, you know, the every application detail, and then we can install Python in this one. So I am showing you in both. Control Z to come out from here. So I can use this network automation tool to do our job. Also you can install a newer system. I also installed 2.7.12. You can download Python language from here, 2.7. Just download and start next, and it will install in your window as well. So we can use this one as well, by the way, Python, which is in my window install, and you can use Docker as well. Okay. Now what I need to do, I need the script, but before script I need to configure these switches. Some basic configuration you have to do. So let me go to configuration and enable password secret and username admin password Cisco, because in my script I keep the password secret and password is Cisco, so that's why I'm doing the same here. So don't worry, normally I keep 1 2 3 line VTY 0 to 4. Okay, transport input all and login local. That's it. This is the basic configuration in the switch. And let me do the other switch as well. We just need one switch, by the way. Username admin password Cisco, enable password secret and line VTY 0 to 4, transport input all, login local. They will check the local database. This the normal two thing I configure here so that I can access them remotely from Docker. Okay, and now let me go Ubuntu, so it's updated now. Next, what you need to do, if git install Python, and then install Python in this language, type yes to install it. So if you want to use Ubuntu, then you have to follow this process. If you want to use this one, so they already have everything. Now I need the script to run it. So I just looking for a script I have somewhere. Python, yeah, it's here. So the first script I want to use the test one. Let me open them. What is inside in this script? Okay, these scripts are available on internet, GitHub. I will share the link from where you can get. So this script will only create one VLAN. So let's do it this one. So what is the IP of my switch? 150. So let me change this IP. This the script. Get pass, they are using library get pass and system library and telnet library, because we will do telnet to access their device. Host is 192.168.150, which is this one, 150, this switch 2. And then admin is user we just created. Cisco is password and secret is the enable password I told you. Then they will use telnet library to call telnet, and they will ask the username. So username will be get from a admin, and then they will put the password. This is the password library to get the password from here, and then they will go to enable mode. From enable mode, password is this one. Secret will be called. Secret is the these are I just told you in Python language. This is called string. This is also called string. because we put the detail in double quote. Okay, and this is the program. Now they will go to configuration just like we typing. Then they will go to interface VLAN 2. They will create interface VLAN 2 and will assign this IP. Then they will make the interface no shutdown, and N means next line, and then it will next line, and this way they will close this application. So this is called the script, Python script. In this way you can configure your entire organization switches just in one click. Network automation, I will show you a bit difficult one, but this is the smallest one to start the configuration. So let me go to, where is my switch 2? Is there any VLAN 2? Let's check out. Show IP interface brief. No, there is only VLAN 1 but no VLAN 2. Now you will see. So let me go to network automation here, and here I will say VI, okay, and type suppose 1.py. Py is the extension for Python language, and enter. And I press to NZ and paste that. Sorry, I copy this one. Escape, quit, Control Z. I did not copy this one, so let me copy. And now let me say VI is editor, yeah, Vim editor and VI, these are the two editor in Linux. So PY, and then I will paste. One thing is missing there, I think so. Start from import, and there is no import. So let me type escape, right, and quit. I don't need this one, I don't want to go to, so it's better to type 3 and type I and paste. Okay, this time is okay. So I paste the same one and type escape, then right means W means right and Q means quit. So this my one is ready, 3.py. Cat means concatenate to C. I just want to see that I type them correctly or not. Yeah, so it's starting from import get pass. Okay, now let me run it. So type Python, and that application is 3. I give them name 3 and enter. Now go to S2. You will see there will be VLAN 2 configure automatically. Look at now. It's automatically configure. Okay, here also Python language is installed. Okay, now let's do the difficult one, so that you can get the idea that what Python language and automation can do for you. And let me go to VLAN. There were VLAN to create 100 VLAN or something. So let me go, yeah, 50. So here now my IP is 150 host IP, and then it will ask username, then it will go to enable secret, then from 2 to 50 it will create a VLANs. So it will create 50 VLANs. So let's do it. Copy this one, Control C, and go to network automation, where the Python language is installed, and type VI suppose test.py, and type I, and then paste that one, and then escape and type W and Q, and then run it. Python test. Before running, let's go to switch 2, which is 50. Is there any VLAN? 50 VLAN. Show VLAN brief. No, I have only one VLAN. Now let's run that one, that script. Test. Now they say what is the username of telnet. It will ask you. It's not already there written. So this is also one of the way. So I say admin. Then say what is the password. So what password we put? I think so Cisco. Okay, and now let's see. Here is. Now let's go to S2, that these VLAN are there or not. up arrow and see. Look at now. They create those VLAN 49 VLAN from 2 to 49 VLAN. So you get the idea. I'm not going in detail that how Python can do a lot of things. That's the simplest thing, means the simple way to just to show you that what is network automation. So in this way you can configure your switches, you can configure your router, you can configure IPS, you can configure IDS, you can configure firepower, you can configure wireless LAN controller, whole network. And it can be applied to all devices separately as well. Just changing the IP, it will ask you which IP, enter that IP just like they ask me username and password. And you just type management IP and push, management IP and push. And also you can give them a sequence of your management IP and it will do all the job automatically. Just one copy paste in your system where your Python or any other language is installed. Just click one script and it will configure your entire network within a second. Can you do this one by human? No. Even these VLAN, if I want to do, I need a script. You know, in my notepad script, I'm talking about that one, the typical one. This is just the example. So if I want to configure one switch, normally I can, if I'm very fast, I will take 10 minutes to configure. But this script can do in 1 second, 50,000 system can be configured, suppose, in 1 second. So look at the difference, means the speed, the resources, the thing. But the only thing is you need these script. So means in the future, programmer, they have a huge demand. They will create a script, they will tell him that, you know, just like in today's world, we have a security engineer and network engineer. They're telling them how to deploy the network, how to connect switch to the other one. We just need something. In the future, they will tell, can you create a script to configure 1000 VLAN in all my network? He will say, yes, I have a script. Just take it, give me that money and run it, and that's it. Then they will tell him, I need to configure trunk interfaces, VLAN, and these interfaces has to be this one. You will provide them the detail and they will give you the script. And as a security engineer, then you have to run it. So this is called network automation. So we done a small lab in GNS3 and you can do it this in from direct your PC as well. And also you can do the same thing in Eve as well. You need Ubuntu. Ubuntu is already there. If you don't have, I can share. And also in the torrent file, Ubuntu is there. You need to download that Ubuntu and you can run and you can do the same job. Suppose if you don't want to do this in GNS3, as I know you all are not running GNS3, so that's why you can do the same job in Eve as well.